Probably the single best product comparison for dishwashers and appliances overall is Bosch versus KitchenAid dishwashers. Why? Both brands have excellent dishwashers and they've both recently updated their features. In this video, you'll learn about both brands, features, problems, and some models you may want to avoid. Stay to the end and we'll show you the reliability based on 34,000 plus service calls completed by our service team just last year. And it's not what you've been told. Let's start with what they have in common. You'll see their differences, but they do have a lot in common. Here are some of their similarities. They both have stainless steel tubs. Most upscale dishwashers now have stainless steel on the inside because it's more hygienic than plastic. There's no seams for germs and odors to populate. Bosch does have their least expensive dishwasher that is a hybrid of plastic and stainless. Both have plenty of cycles and most do the same functions. They both have third racks. However, they do vary in between brands and their series within the brands. Both are at or below 44 decibels for most of their dishwasher. This number isn't an accident. It's the unofficial standard for a noiseless silence rating, meaning you won't hear a 48 decibel dishwasher in the next room. You may believe that the most expensive models in this line are worth considering. However, in both lines, you are choosing to have rarely used features while spending more than you really should. The upgrades aren't necessarily worth it. So here's when you shouldn't buy a KitchenAid dishwasher. You would spend up to $500 more for an interior light, a culinary caddy utensil basket, and a knife caddy in some of KitchenAid's higher-end dishwashers. Here's when you shouldn't buy a Bosch. The least expensive 100 series in Bosch is under $600. However, it lacks the quietness and the all-metal interior of the other series. Their benchmark series is the best, but you can buy the best features in their more popular 800 series for $400 less. KitchenAid has a better wash system because they have an actual spray arm on the top versus just a sprinkler head for the Bosch. That said, they both will wash your dishes well. Both now have a third rack for silverware. Miele designed the third rack originally. It's useful because the third rack will allow for more room in the bottom rack without a silverware caddy. Like most stainless steel interior dishwashers, KitchenAid and Bosch both use condensation drying. It's a fancy word for air drying, jet dry, and time. Bosch, however, has their auto air feature, and that pops open the door at the end of the cycle to release the steam. It's great if you wash your dishes before you go to bed so that in the morning that steam doesn't resettle on your glassware. Bosch is Wi-Fi enabled on all their dishwashers, and it's simple to use through their Home Connect app. You can set your favorite cycles and get push notifications when the cycle is done. KitchenAid doesn't have Wi-Fi on any of their dishwashers. KitchenAid is technically quieter, but both are quiet. In this comparison, Bosch will dry better, but KitchenAid might be a better purchase because it's a far cheaper price. We'll talk about when to buy for the best price later in this video, and this has become very important. Bosch has the same sprinkler head on the top as their more basic version, and then two spray arms, one under each of the main racks. Their new power control allows you to control the intensity of the spray, light, normal, or heavy in different areas. It's all easily programmable on the Home Connect app, and you can even program your favorites right on the dishwasher or in the app as well. KitchenAid has a spray arm from the top, middle, and bottom. They advertise 4 levels of wash action, but it's not actually a 4th wash arm. It's a rod with holes in it in the second rack in the middle of the dishwasher. And you can't control the intensity of the spray like you can in the Bosch. KitchenAid has also changed their filter system to 2, so the water will be cleaner. The second filter increases the noise from a noiseless 39 decibel to a still quiet 44 decibel. The Bosch 800 series will be 42 decibels, technically quieter, but like the last comparison, they'll both be quiet. KitchenAid's third rack is more accommodating than any other brand. Bosch has a standard extendable third rack. Both companies have improvements. KitchenAid Pro Dry uses heat and a fan to circulate air. However, adding heat to an already hot dishwasher improves only marginally. Bosch, however, completely changed how dishwashers dry. The 800 series and benchmark dishwashers pack a volcanic element called zeolite in to absorb moisture and emit heat for the driest dishes available. Zeolite works well even on plastics. So, KitchenAid will fit more, but Bosch will definitely dry better and wash heavily soiled dishes better, as well with the greater intensity. KitchenAid is a better price, but the Bosch is a better dishwasher. In terms of design, Bosch will give you more refined options, especially in pocket handles and other integrated styles. So this is easy. You have to pick a Bosch because it fits within a 24-inch cabinet. You would think that this would be a standard feature on all dishwashers offering cabinet fronts. However, only Beko, Miele, Asko, and Bosch fit seamlessly within your cabinets. KitchenAid will protrude from the outside, and the difference is that Bosch looks like a cabinet and the KitchenAid looks like a dishwasher with a panel stuck on it. So, every video you watch, blog you read, or YouTube channel you check out will extol the reliabilities of Bosch. That much is true. Bosch was only serviced 5.1% of the time in the first year based on over 34,000 service calls completed by our service department just last year. That's way lower than the 9.5% average for appliances overall. However, most blogs, YouTube channels, and other videos will clearly tell you to buy Bosch over KitchenAid for reliability. But at only 6.2% repair, KitchenAid is also incredibly reliable. And at 1.1% reliability being the difference, it's not really a basis for you to choose one over the other. You see more of a price difference between KitchenAid and Bosch this year than any time in the past. KitchenAid is now more promotional, especially around the holidays like Black Friday, Labor Day, Memorial Day, July 4th, and President's Day. The prices are about 10 to 35% off depending on the model. For example, the KitchenAid KDT 604 was $13.49, and now it's only selling for $9.98 when we filmed this video during the Labor Day sales. Bosch is still catching up from their supply shortages, and it has less promotional options. I would wait for a holiday and then compare. So what do you think of KitchenAid versus Bosch? You can let me know in the comments below. If you want to see how Bosch and KitchenAid compare to Miele, LG, GE Profile, and Beko, then click this video. And thanks for watching.